Welcome to Sober Barkeep. I'm Brian Anderson, coming to you from London, England. I'm here in our bed and breakfast in the Vauxhall area of London. And so when we got here, we decided to go down to the Tesco, which is their equivalent of like a Kroger or a supermarket, basically. Because I'd heard that they had a pretty good selection at most of the Tesco's of non-alcoholics. And what I've found in our experience here so far in London is that most of the pubs and restaurants have a non-alcoholic option. It's really kind of cool. They caught on a whole lot quicker in the United States. I knew that, but now I'm experiencing it and seeing it. And Tesco did have a large selection. And I grabbed 3 beers, and we're going to have 3 episodes. We're doing one right now. Now, this is Lucky Saint Unfiltered Lager. And Lucky Saint, apparently, I learned this last night, is one of the most popular non-alcoholic brands in England. Very similar in stature to Athletic Brewing in the United States. They have a lot of different options. This is the exact same one, actually, I had in a pub last night. And so it's kind of interesting that you can get a hold of these things and that the non-alcoholic beers are so available. So let's take a look at what they've got. And this, again, is a Lucky Saint, which is their number one selling, apparently, non-alcoholic beer here in England. Right? And it's an unfiltered lager, which you can see that right off the bat. It's a little bit hazy. Not super hazy, but man, it's got a head and some bubbles on it. They're absolutely incredible. When you smell it, you smell the unfiltered. It's got the yeasty smell to it that I would expect to have in an unfiltered beer. Similar maybe to a Hefeweizen. It's not the same yeast smell as a Hefeweizen, but it's got a yeasty smell to it, which makes me think body. When you try it, oh man, that's good. It's got a deep, heavy lager feel to it, or not heavy. It's got a deep malty lager feel to it, but it's got that yeastiness on top of it, which is very interesting because it does have a little reminiscence of a Hefeweizen, but it's got that lager flavor, that crispness to it, a little tiny bit of hops, but overall just a delicious lager. Man, that is really, really good. I can see why it's their number one seller. I'm giving this a 4.5 because it's got a little bit of a strange aftertaste to it, at the very end of the aftertaste. But it's something you forgive pretty easily because this is a really tasty beer. I really like this one. I kind of hope this thing starts showing up in the United States, and if you can get it in the United States, you ought to try it because it's good stuff. Sober Barkeep. Live well and drink smart.